The Halal Travel Podcast.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of SIDETALK.
Side talk.
Sudah stretch dah petang ni.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that I made a sound. Sorry.
Today is Friday, and usually Friday macam I tell myself like, okay lah, relax lah. Lepas kerja tengok Netflix lah.
Okay.
Tengok Netflix.
So what you watch on Netflix?
Yeah, so basically today's episode is about Netflix lah. Just to put it out
I guess that was a nice
segue yang tak berapa smooth.
Segue.
What about you?
What about me?
Tak lah. Okay, so basically we're gonna be talking about our favorite shows. This is not macam
Sponsored.
We will never get sponsored by Netflix.
Never say never.
Okay lah. This is not like some macam like, oh, what should I watch? It's like legit, this is the best show I've ever watched gitu, okay?
Oh wow, the pressure is real.
Yeah, no. Can we not put ourselves under that kind of spotlight?
No, you cannot make yourself look so mediocre. You know, like, these are the things you want.
Whatever.
It's supposed to be like,
Okay,
these are the
fine.
things you have to watch. Like, no joke.
Okay.
Okay?
Try and test it.
Okay, I don't want to go first. I want to...
Okay, I go first.
Okay, go.
So like something I've been watching like recently and that blew my mind was something that was recommended to me by my sister-in-law. Is F1 on Netflix.
I was going to say that.
Too bad. So like the first time I watched it, so I never watched F1 before. I never understood the whole phenomenon. Like it's just fast cars passing by. Like what is so amazing about it? I don't understand. And we have someone in our team, like our colleague who is like a big F1 fan. So I was like, I think I asked him once before, like, what is it about F1 that you like? He was like, oh, it's just the speed, the cars, the smell of the rubber burning. I was like, okay. Then like when I started to watch the first episode, I got hooked, man. And now I know every team. I know the driver.
Yeah.
I know like which team I want to rooting for. And it's like, I think the documentary was done really well. It gave an insight into like how the whole dynamics of a F1 team is, how it takes a team to really make everything work. How actually F1 is not a driver's race. It's a constructor race. It's how well a car is built. It's not really just how fast the driver can run the car. So it's like even if your driver is like first place for like how many years, it's because he's driving, maybe he could go to another car and he's like, not be as good and things like that. Anyway. Yeah, so like I was telling Hazrul, like you should go and try just watch the first episode. just watch the first episode, and then like you'll be hooked.
Yeah, and like 3 days later, I'm at the last
Finish.
season.
How many seasons are there?
3 seasons.
And 10
10
episodes
each.
each?
Yes,
So,
10 each.
One season, one Formula One season. So like
okay.
yeah, so the third season was the 2020 Formula One season, which is COVID season, which is quite extraordinary. There were no spectators in the stand.
Yeah, and like they were saying, because usually like they would, macam when they walk past by, right, people would be like, and then now they had to like say hello through the webcam. Siao.
Oh,
But I think, I mean like, I watched it, right, and then like, like some parts where, how they say like, when you are racing, you cannot hit a different car. Because the car can dismantle very easily because of the rotor and like everything. So much like
For a moment, rotor.
wheels,
Wheels.
the wheels and everything, right? So what was it? Alex Albon, one of the racers.
Yeah.
So he is
no spoilers, no spoilers.
No, he is a bit more. He stands out a bit more for me because like he's a Thai mixed British. So it's a lot more closer to the Asian community kind. So he looks very humble and everything. So he entered Red Bull. Sorry, I'm explaining the whole season. But anyways, he entered Red Bull, and then like because of how humble he looked like, when he crashed for 2 times in a row, I was just like, I cannot look at this. I cannot look at this. Like, I literally had to switch off my phone. Like, I need to take a minute.
Serious?
Because like, I really macam like, kesian you. Like, one hit and your rotor is off. It's very difficult for you to get back on track. And like, you can be first in the race, but then once you get hit off the curb, you will be in the 12th place. And
It's really hard to like go up in the ranks again. And if you're not in the top 9 or top 10, you won't get points, and
7
it's basically like meaningless.
Yeah.
So top 9.
Okay. Maybe I want to. I don't know, they're always like racing for 7. But anyways,
Oh yeah.
and then I just realized that Lewis Hamilton is so humble.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I mean, yeah, not yeah. He
He's so
represents a
witty.
lot in Formula One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should watch it, Nurul.
If I have the time or
I
the
think you would
energy.
appreciate it because it's not like fiction. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, it's real people, and then it's really, and you understand like the blood, sweat, and tears behind it, I guess.
Yeah. And I how do I say this? Like, because I enjoy watching Keeping Up the Kardashian. So like these kind of reality shows.
And they having the last season,
Yeah.
Last of the last?
The last of the last.
final and
Final
shop
episode is coming out soon.
and shop lah, close shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I like all this like gossipy, real life reality show kan. And this F1 is really real life gossipy ah. Macam they can just sack a driver and then like take in another driver. Like sometimes they can be so merciless in that sense. So it makes me
Well,
heart pain.
isn't it like business?
Yeah, it is. I see like that. Like, you know how soccer players, like, you
Yeah.
know, when they trade players and things, it's always like, oh, traded for like X million of dollars.
Yeah.
It's the same, but I think people don't realize that F1 is the same. And it really is business.
Yeah, but then like macam what I mean is like sometimes they wouldn't let you know like in advance. You would hear that you're out of the team in the news.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So it's that kind of thing which wow. I thought there would be like a meeting where like can you like move forward gitu kan. Tapi tak ada ke?
I don't know. I feel like that could be a Netflix editing. And like,
Maybe. I think the most that they got is an email. That you're out.
Maybe, but I also learned from the show that there's also like a time and place that would benefit the riders and the teams to announce this sort of changes. So I think normally they will announce the shift in the lineup mid-season or so, but early on, so that at least if you don't get a seat, other teams can kind of still scout you until end of the season, as opposed to if a team announces towards the end of the season that you know you are going to be let go, then most of the time you probably won't get a seat for the next season because all the teams will be like finished already. So that would be like not nice lah, which is what happened I saw in the third season.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like what Nurul says, it's just business law. Gotta be good law. But it's
sad lah.
yeah, but it's really interesting to see how like, you know, how many time world champions be not first anymore after, you know, many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siapa?
Like
Seb.
like Vettel is no longer like, you know, and then like Ferrari is not doing well this season.
Yeah.
And then like you see teams like Racing Point is doing so well. and,
Yeah.
like,
Tiba.
anyway, enough of F1. So Nurul, what are you watching?
What I am watching, I'm
What
not
have
watching
you
it.
watched?
But contrary to popular belief,
Okay.
I don't only like non-fiction shows.
Uh-huh.
I also like fiction shows. It's just that the genre that I tend to like is a bit different lah. One of the drama series that I watched recently on Netflix is called Behind Her Eyes. So I think, okay, my memory does not serve me that well, but it's related to something similar to lucid dreaming, which is called Astral Projection. So the story is that this lady in the rehab or something like that, they talk to each other and then they train themselves to leave their body, leave the soul. No, their soul leave out of their body.
Okay.
Yeah, during like when they can control where they go lah. So it's not like lucid dreaming, but astral projection is such that when you're sleeping, you remove yourself from the body, right? And you can see everything that is around you. Like you can see your body sleeping, you can see the door, you can see everything, and you can actually control your mind in such a way that you can go to wherever you are, wherever you want to be. So then they will like travel. You have to train yourself, and you travel further and further and further lah. And then there's like a something, a turn of events at the end, which I'm not going to spoil, which then like what? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Wow. So it's like it's a drama lah.
I watched it only because like, what is this about? Then I'm like, okay, let's just go lah. Because I tend to, I don't know.
Okay.
I just click only and I watch.
It doesn't come out on my, you know, when you come
Your recommended,
your
is it?
home page
I see.
come out,
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's good.
astral projection. And apparently you can train
Is it
yourself.
ongoing? Is it ongoing?
Has the season finished?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
One
It's a
season.
limited series.
No.
Yeah. Then it made me wonder whether I should try to astral project myself. But then I scared lah.
Apa tu?
You're not listening to what she just explained.
It's be lucid lah.
It's not like lucid dreaming. It's similar, but not really. Like lucid dreaming is where you are sleeping and you can control your dreams,
Yeah.
right? Like you know you're in a dream, that kind of thing. It's something similar, but astral projection is like your soul is out of your body. Something similar to like, you know, when you are comatose or like you're under the knife or something like that. And then sometimes you have certain people telling you that, I had an out of body experience where I could see myself, could hear everybody talking, but I was not in my body, something like that.
Wait. So you can choose to do that?
You can train yourself to do it.
Is it something to do with the brain? Like using more of your left brain, etc.
I don't know whether left brain, right brain,
Frontal brain.
maybe it's the non-usable part of the brains. I don't know, but yeah.
Wow.
You can actually train yourself to do that. Yeah, my brother actually trained himself to do lucid dreaming.
How do you,
But I
do you
don't-
train yourself, or do you need to have a trainer?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
There are some techniques, I think, but like something got to do with like breathing, and then you have to imagine yourself to relax your body. Because once you tense up, then you know it's reality already. So you have to really be relaxed, and you have to. It's sort of like meditation in a way, where you imagine like, okay, my face is okay, and then after that suddenly you feel like waves in your body, and somehow or other you're projected.
Interesting.
Yeah. When I watched the show, I had no idea about astral projection. I was like, what? Is this even possible? So then after that, I go and Google it up, and then I watch some YouTube videos and all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, there is some science behind it. I'm like, cool.
Oh, you thought it was just some concept that the show kind of picked up. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was the case lah. But apparently not.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've done it much justice in my way of synopsisizing it.
But like,
yeah.
I'm looking at it and it's giving me like Gone Girl vibes.
Oh no.
Like dark, you know, like
Yeah, yeah,
darkish
yeah.
sort of. you
Yeah,
know?
that's the type of genres that I tend to like.
Yeah.
Don't you like that as well?
Me?
Yeah.
There's some shows I need to watch and I'm in the mood for it. Sometimes there are some shows that I need to pay attention. Then I'm just like, I'm not in the headspace for this. Then I just want to watch something easy. But there's also shows I need to be like, I need to pay attention.
Yeah,
Most of the shows I
yeah.
watch are just like background watch.
Interesting. So when it comes to like, you know, superhero movies, Avengers, Marvel, DC and all that, is that something that you have to pay attention to?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I
you have
think
to be in the mood.
No, I'm always in the mood for the shows. I always like, I can rewatch like superhero shows. I don't know, it's just easy to watch. But like the first time watch, like I would want. But actually of late I realized that when I watch a show, I cannot just watch for a full 1 hour. I am always multitasking. I'm always on my phone also. Or I'm doing other things. It's just so fidgety. I realize it's not a good habit. You know?
Yeah.
I cannot focus on
You're not
one
actually
thing.
like appreciating the show.
What show? I'm not actually appreciating the show. I'm missing the middle part you're saying. Something about the show.
You're not appreciating
I'm not
the
appreciating
show.
the show. But I understand what's going on. Like I know what it's showing. It's just that I don't know. I think it's like I think it's I don't know. I feel maybe it's a younger this sort of things like with the advent of TikTok and whatever and like
You
Instagram
TikTok?
stories.
Are you TikTok?
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying like attention spans are getting
Yes,
shorter.
yes.
Because the
Sometimes-
content is shorter and shorter. So sitting down for an extended period of time is difficult.
Yeah, and even like a YouTube thing that's 5 minutes, like you speed up like 1.5 2 times. Then it's just sometimes like a normal pace of a video already feels long. Like why is this pause too long? Why is this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just faster. Then I just pick up my phone and just it's not good at all. I would not. Yeah.
You know what? That's true. And like because the F1 show I'm already like third season, right? So it is a bit like I'm already very familiar with how it works. Kan? So now ever since iPhone has a like you can swipe out Netflix so that it's playing in the background kind of at the top. Then you can scroll other things.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that.
What? I cannot enjoy the experience.
Oh, picture in
No,
picture.
you hear it.
Oh, picture in picture punya thing.
Yeah, picture in
Yeah.
picture.
You hear it because like maybe I don't know. Anyways, so the other day I was catching myself like hearing to a podcast I'm watching a cooking show. So I turned the YouTube cooking show volume down, but I'm listening to a podcast.
What?
So you're watching the cooking show, but you're listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
So next time when you cook that particular dish, you will remember the podcast. And then it's like, add something, then it's something else.
Because I think it's visual. Cooking is visual, kan? So you don't actually need to listen unless everything's on the screen.
Yeah. Don't you think like we just can't do one thing? I feel like it's hard for me to just do one thing, like watch a show. Unless I'm in the cinema, then you have no choice, but you have to
I
pay
sleep.
attention. I don't understand people who sleep in the cinema.
I do that too. Yeah, because it's so
The build-up is so freaking long.
I cannot. Not because of that. Because it's so cold. Then the seats are so nice.
Yep.
Then you just like pokok jatuh. And the funny thing is that I always fall asleep when it is the climax. And then the moment I wake up, sometimes I knee jerk like, bangun. And I'm like, oh my god, I missed it. What was it actually? Yeah.
Oh my god, you're one of those.
It's embarrassing. So that's why I tend to not go to movies because I know it's gonna happen. So I just watch at home.
I go to movies early in the morning, like 8 a.m.
Kirim salam.
9 a.m.
I'm sleeping.
For what?
Yeah.
It feels a lot fresher. It feels like you're starting a new day. Like, because kalau you watch movies at the end of the day, you can sleep lah. Especially Avengers movies. Tengok Hidayat yawning lah.
No matter how horrible the movie is and how slow it is, I cannot, even if I have to force myself to sleep, I cannot sleep in the cinema. I feel like it's FOMO. Fear of missing out. I want to know, especially because if you watch a movie in the cinema, it's not out yet in DVDs or like whatever. So if I miss that part, right, how am I going to find out what happened?
Because I watch with someone else, so I can ask.
Even when I need to pee, I feel so like,
Understand.
don't hold it in, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, that's how it is.
Okay, mine. I think everyone should watch Kingdom.
The vampire show.
The vampire show. Not vampire.
Korean vampire show.
Zombie show.
No, I don't really like zombie shows.
So good. Oh my god. And I just found out, not just found out, but after I watched the show, I found out that it's actually shot within the Seoul.
Someone's
SEOUL.
soul.
No.
Korea.
Within
Seoul.
Korea, like South Korea, Seoul. So it's like a city. But then they have this, macam in Seoul, there's this like very popular kingdom. It's like palace where they really like preserve kan. So they shot it there. So macam imagine like acting but in the woods, but actually you're acting in the city. So I think production is very high. So I really appreciate it. Yeah. And it's the actual show macam
I watched it. It's been like 2 years since the last season, right?
Yeah.
I understand why people like it.
But
it's not bad. No, it's a good watch. It's not bad. It's entertaining. I think the twist at the end was interesting because like throughout the whole, you forgot, right? Throughout the
which season? The season 2.
Throughout like both seasons, I think the viewers were led to believe that the zombies come alive when
there's noise.
When there is noise.
Yeah.
When there is sun, right? Or something like that. When there is sun, they don't come out. When there is sun, they don't come out, they hide.
So they're like the vampire type of zombies?
Something like that.
Okay.
So that was what people were led to believe. But then actually at the end of the show, the twist was that it's not just that.
It's a hit.
I didn't spoil it for you. She did.
Sheesh.
I never said anything.
I'm sorry.
But like, I thought that was a nice like twist.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then you should just wait for the global warming to appear. And then after that, all the zombies die.
No, because this is short macam like
keluar.
zaman back then.
Zaman back then,
Macam dia orang Dynasty.
Period. It was a period. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
period show.
Oh, that's why it's called Kingdom.
I guess.
So it's during the okay.
Yeah.
Zombies. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
It's like a illness or something
By
that
the way,
everybody bought.
remember we were talking about Princess Hours.
Yeah.
The Kingdom guy, basically the main hero
Which
is
one? The black color hair or the
prince,
blonde one?
Oh, blonde? No, the black color.
The black.
Okay,
Is
the taller
the
one.
star of this Kingdom show.
Oh wait, I think you mentioned to me before that. Before, yeah. Okay. But he looks so different now,
He looks
right?
a lot better now. Not gonna lie.
I mean, that show is how old? I think we all can say we all also look better now than we did last time.
But yeah, it's a good show. I think Korean dramas is macam level up I would say. Yeah.
What other shows? Like, have you guys caught the Friends reunion?
No. Why did I
No?
watch it?
HBO Go.
Where do I get that?
You sign up for a trial.
Oh, yeah. You sign up?
You can watch it for free. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But I think Friends is... I didn't understand it at first. When I was younger. Only when I got older and I watched the first episode. Like, okay. Understand. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think a good macam eat while you watch show is Modern Family lah.
Right.
Macam biasa. I think I like this macam family shows.
Yeah. There's very few... I feel like there's very few shows that have gone on for like many shows that are still very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like I think
The long-standing one is Days of Our Lives. My God.
so
Days of Our Lives. Sekarang masih ada?
Okay, let me just check.
Oh my God. I still remember
Last time
when
I did is
Possibly.
like Days
these
of Our
are the
Lives.
days of our lives.
Days of Our Lives is the one yang Joey
Yeah. In Friends itself.
It's a
that
real show.
It's a real show.
Oh my God.
It has like very long
I had
time
no
ago.
idea.
They used to be on Channel 5. My mom used to watch it.
My mom was like, dah berapa tahun masih ada.
Masih ada dia punya.
I think it's still on. I don't know.
Wait, let me just check.
Well, I will not be surprised.
Oh, I think
Where
they
is
ended 2014. No. 2014?
This original release
1965.
November 8, 1965 until present. I did.
I remember the hourglass, so iconic. Oh, it's so slow.
I've never watched a single episode of this thing.
No, it's the kind of show that macam you start watching 1 or 2 episodes. It's like King, you know. You watch 1 or 2 episodes, then you get hooked. Then you just go on, and it's just an easy watch every day, 1 hour.
The worst is if you watch setengah in the middle of like a season, you will watch backwards.
Why?
Because you don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, if you miss one, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of backtrack.
You need to catch up, you mean?
Yes.
Which I feel like is better. It's like when you watch a show, then I would prefer to wait for the whole season to be out first.
True.
Then I will watch it because I don't like to be like waiting every week. The
for one
anticipation.
episode.
Yeah, and like you know the hanging of your episode is going to keep you on your toes. So I would rather like wait until like Moreira was telling me you should watch Loki.
Oh.
On Disney Plus, and it just came out, and I was like, I'm gonna wait until a few episodes come out first, like how it was for Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then I watched the whole thing.
I saw on TikTok that they found a tiger beer in Winter and Falcon show.
Why is that a big deal?
I don't know, it's a whole... I'll show the TikTok later.
Okay.
Okay, it's a whole thing. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this episode. And thank you for listening to this episode. We hope you look out for the stories that we say.
Watch F1.
F1,
Will not regret
Kingdom, and
Behind Her Eyes.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Bye.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but go and watch it. Thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Annyeong! Welcome to Jeju, South Korea, the island of beautiful nature, the best beaches, and home to some of the most scenic road trips. Indulge in only the best classic and halal Korean food scene, and enjoy the laid-back lifestyle here on this island. Get your legs ready to hike up the Songsan Ilchulbong to see the amazing view of this little town, and maybe say hello to the Henyo, the majestic female divers right by the ocean. And one thing you can never miss on this island is the $1 million sunset at Depo Chisang Jolly Cliff. All of that right here in Jeju, South Korea.
Alright guys, thanks for listening. So we'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to give us a shout out on anchor.fm/the Halal Travel Podcast. Your voice message could be featured in our next episode.
Yup, and if you have any advertising and collaboration opportunities, contact us at info@halaltrip.com. That's info@halaltrip.com.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Halal Trip. We're also now on Telegram and TikTok. Until next time, get inspired, go and inspire others.